Alrighty. Guys, are we recording?
Yeah, good to go.
So, when we had talked to you for the first season, you alluded to the very interesting things happening. Yeah. So, yes. Talk a little bit about how they, pitched to you what her arc was going to be, and certainly what your thoughts are about, I guess, really getting to see how someone could be turned from who they thought they were and then kind of get manipulated by the First Order.
Well, it was a very slow process. I always knew that the character had the potential for heading into trouble, for getting herself into trouble or heading in a direction that perhaps, was unsavory. And then it kind of happened episode by episode, which for me was great because that's how you're discovering how, because she didn't know that this was where she was headed or why, or, all of the events sort of led her in that direction. And that's how I got to discover it, was on an episode by episode basis. So it was really something that grew. So I didn't know until I would get the next episode what was happening with her. So it kept the intensity of not knowing what's going to happen next, which I hope that will continue to happen, as we head into season 2.
So obviously this is the beginning of the last season, and I would like to know, what are you most proud of when it comes to being part of Star Wars Resistance? And what mark do you think it's
I'm
made?
proud of our story, and I'm proud that we got to go into an uncharted territory, and kind of go to a no man's land where, just whoever ends up, and we got to meet some new people there and discover new things about that kind of place and the water world, so to speak. So I'm really proud of that, and I'm really proud how our story has grown and how, those last few episodes of the first season, we are cooking on gas and it is thrilling. And I think I'm proud that we were acknowledged with our Emmy nomination, and our Saturn win, in our first season. That's something, something to be proud of, and excited about. And it's just all kind of culminates in the fact that we are going to hit the ground running in this second season. And that's just really exciting. And I just want the fans to see it now, because I'm like, it's a story within a much bigger story, and it's really interesting to see how just the general public are experiencing the threat of the First Order.
This new season seems to take place sort of alongside The Last Jedi. The first season took place alongside Force Awakens. I mean, are we going to catch up to Rise of Skywalker by the end of this season?
I think it brings us to it, but we're not going to be...
No, you're not engaging in the same way that you have. Okay, cool.
It's just a nice story that brings us to which we're really all very excited about.
Yes, of course.
Which I'm sure you are.
Suzie, how has this changed your look on Star Wars as a franchise? You're a fan. How's being involved like this?
I feel like I've gained so much, a community that I just didn't have before, an interest and hobby that just never seems to stop, because you can go in as deep as you want, or and something that will last for many, many, many years, a lifetime. So I think those are the things that really affect me personally. Getting to meet people, to meet fans, to find out why Star Wars and what about Star Wars means so much to them, and how it's changed their life or saved their life or affected them. And then it helps me understand how it's done those things for me too. And I understand why it is so special to people. And it's cool to kind of have that. I don't know that I'd had that. Maybe I had, but not not in this way, or understood, kind of being part of a club, being part of a family, and having a really cool interest. And it's so like, you can go forever. There's so much to delve into, just like the different species and the droids and the ships and the different worlds. And so I feel like there's lots for people to enjoy with Star Wars, from babies all the way up to, because there's kind of something for everyone. So I'm really happy to get to have fun with that too.
On that topic, the fandom had a big reaction to you last season. How did you take that in? Like, how was that, seeing how everyone reacted?
It was fun, because it's like you have this sort of secret, and it's a thing, but you don't get to share it. So getting to sort of see how the fans are taking it, and like some people are like, why? No. And I'm like, I know, that's how I felt, but it's that's the story. And it's exciting because we've never seen someone be recruited into the First Order before. This is the first time we're going to see this in Star Wars. And we've seen people leave, but we haven't seen how does a normal kind of girl like Tam get recruited into the First Order. So that for me is really an interesting kind of fact. And I think the actors surrounding that, Somali, who plays Agent Tierney, is chilling and thrilling at the same time. So recording with her, you're like, yeah. Like, you feel it. It's so a lot of fun.
In reference to that storyline, did they give you, obviously you were, as you said, were learning along the way what her eventual path was going to be to start this season, but did they give you any reference material or things that they wanted you to look at to kind of even just understand more the choices that she's making, so that as we're seeing how she gets indoctrinated and the things that are used against her feels really inherent to you, or feels like you understand it?
I think that was happening, but it was in a very organic way. So just, through studying each episode, you can feel where it's growing. It was very clear. And then, when you get to the sessions and stuff, you will have a chat about what's happening before. But I feel like I kind of mentioned that I think I said last year that I felt very connected to the character immediately, and I felt like that the whole time. And so I think it's something that just kind of felt very organic anyway. Is that answering your question?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Have you been to Star Wars Land yet?
I'm
No.
waiting. No, I'm waiting for the other leg to open.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fair enough.
I mean, I may lose patience, but because I think I just want to go and do
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be January. I don't want to.
Yeah,
hope
January
so.
here.
But,
January here.
That's what I'm gonna do. But.
Right.
You mentioned the Star Wars family and how you become part of this great big family that has all the different levels that you can dive into and enjoy. What's your personal favorite for now that you're in the world?
In what way?
As in genre, were you drawn to original movies, the animation, or what has gotten your interest now that you're involved with them?
I made it my mission to watch everything, and I've pretty much done that. There's just some ends of seasons, things that I need to kind of catch up on, but so I think you have to sort of see it as a whole. And what I've really enjoyed is going back, scrambling the movies so it's all in time order, and then filling in where Clone Wars pops in, and then where Rebels pops in. So I like things perfect. So my mission was to really go from the very, very, very beginning, and I do really like the animations, because for me coming into something that is so complex, you get to watch these 20-30 minute episodes, concentrating on, you know, intense scenarios, and it really helped, I think, has helped me understand the whole Star Wars universe as a whole. So I am really excited. Like, Force Awakens, obviously I'm going to be biased because Force Awakens, The Last Jedi, these are, you know, stories that surround Star Wars Resistance. So that for me, I kind of, maybe I favour because it's a bit more personal. But I'm excited for The Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah.
To see how this concludes and see what's next. And then, you know, we've got The Mandalorian happening. I think it's a very exciting time. There's so much going on, and I'm in. So I just want to be watching with everyone else.
Would you be open to playing or continuing your character's story in a live action or another medium? And where could you see her story kind of thriving the most?
I think we have to get creative here, because I am a firm believer in, you know, the powers that be know what they're doing, and they do what they do, and we enjoy. But I think, Tam does have scope to do. She could do anything. I mean, sky's the limit, really, isn't it? But so.
Time for one more question.
Just, you guys got one?
Just in terms of, as you said, you do have the opportunity to work with some of the other voice actors, which is not something that all animation allows you to do. Have they, as you move through the seasons, through 1 and going through 2, have they tried to make that an opportunity that happens more and more often? Obviously, so often it's about schedules and getting people together, but have there been any sessions where you've been able to work with other actors too that have been a particular joy to you, or just you were happy you were able to do it with other actors because it really helped sell the scene?
I think in the time that I've worked on the show, I've got to work with a tremendous amount of different actors, and then crossing over into, you know, Team First Order. That's a whole new set of actors that I'd never gotten to work with before, or maybe missed at sessions and things like that. So definitely that changed, and that was interesting to see, you know, how the other actors, how they get into their, you know, meanie, baddie, First Order, like, chilling kind of personas. So that I think is the biggest difference from season 1 to season 2. So my work colleagues became First Order people. I was on the other side, man. I'm gone, you know. I was like, bye, bye, Colossus. I've moved on. And the cool thing is, my character gets a costume change. I think she's the only one. I don't want to confirm something that might not be real, but I think she's the only person that gets to change her outfit, and, you know, it's all shiny black and it looks all cool.
Did they show you art first? Yeah, that's good.
Tam is the only person between the span of The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi who took a shower and changed.
She definitely looks definitely more shiny and, like, cleaned up, and her hair's all slick, and so that's fun.
Cool.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thanks
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. I hope you enjoy the rest of the season.
Oh, yes,
So excited.
absolutely. Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Nice meeting you.
Thank you.
Take care.